Nurses are making more money than ever before, but what does that mean for you? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Nurse Katherine here. I'm so happy you are here with me today as this is a very interesting topic I'm going to touch base on today. Before I get started, do not forget to subscribe to my channel right now and give this video a big thumbs up to help get this video out there to other nurses just like yourself or other student nurses. It'll help get that YouTube algorithm getting this video out there. But let's get into this topic, this super interesting topic about nursing salaries in 2021. So I came across this article today from Becker's Hospital Review talking about how nursing salaries just in 2021 have increased by 4%. Now I'm like, oh my word, 4%, that's awesome, wonderful. Nurses are finally getting paid what they deserve, right? Well, let's get into it a little bit more and dig deeper into it a little bit more. Becker's Hospital Review talked about how hospitals and employers are having to offer their nurses more money. There is a higher demand for nurses right now. The turnover rate is higher currently, so these hospitals are having to offer more money to their nurses to keep them. And then it goes on to talk about how nurses are leaving the bedside to go into these lucrative travel contracts. This 4% average increase in the nurse salary isn't actually a lot. And right, this sounds like a lot, right? I thought the same thing until my husband kind of knocked me off my high horse. So I went on to Google and I wanted to know, is this 4% increase actually keeping up with inflation? Is it the same as inflation? Is it more than inflation? Because it sounds great, right? So I found an inflation calculator and this is what I did. Look here. I took the average cost of milk in 2020, which was $3.32 for a gallon, and compared it to 2021, which is now $3.69 a gallon. So that was a 10.5% increase, and that's just milk. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just milk. Let me look at eggs, because that's what a lot of people buy, milk and eggs. So let's look at eggs. The average cost of eggs in 2020 was $1.51, but today it is currently $1.82, which again is an 18% increase. So then I went on to that inflation calculator and I wanted to see the dollar in 2020 and the differences of the dollar in 2020 compared to 2021. So something that cost $1 in 2020 now costs $1.07 in 2021, which is a 6.9% increase. That is the rate of inflation currently per dollar. So these last 2 years, nurses have been demonized for leaving their staffing roles and going into these lucrative travel contracts. But doesn't it seem like it's the smart thing to do? So let's reverse the roles a little bit and look at this a little differently. If hospitals or employers were paying their nurses to keep up with inflation rates, don't you think they would stay? But inflation right now is at 6.9%, and the average nurse salary only grew by 4%. So that's not even keeping up with inflation rates. Maybe hospital nurses might be a little bit more loyal to their employer if they were actually getting paid compared to inflation rates. Since going into travel nursing 3 months ago, I have increased my pay, my hourly rate, by 32%. Now that's just smart to me. Why would I stay somewhere that is not even keeping up with inflation and I could go do the same job somewhere else and have a 32% increase in my hourly rate? Of course, higher pay means higher taxes for me, but it still makes more sense when it comes down to the end of it. Financially, to me, it makes no sense to stay somewhere that's not going to keep up with inflation. And of course, I do understand that not everybody can go into travel nursing, and I'm not saying you have to go into travel nursing, even though that's a very easy area to make more money. But why not find a job or fight for your wage to keep up with inflation? Because that 4%, and that's the highest it's been in the last 2 years, is not even close to keeping up with inflation this year. If you have any thoughts on this topic, I would love to hear from you. If you have stayed in your position this past year, I would love to hear from you. Have you gotten a pay increase? Was it a percentage? Was it a dollar amount? If it is that dollar amount, what percentage is that of your hourly wage? I would love to hear from you all on what your thoughts, what your opinions are on this matter. But other than that, that is it for today's video. Thank you for tuning in. I cannot wait to read all your comments down below. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so you are alerted when videos are coming out every single week. And I am releasing 2 videos every single week, every Wednesday and every Saturday. Other than that, have a wonderful weekend, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you in the next video.